Hello everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day today. Thank you so much for checking out my video. Today I'm going to be doing a beginner video for levels 25 to 50. If you missed my video from levels 1 to 25, I will link it in the description, as this character takes right on after that character. So now that we're level 25, I just want to point out again that events is probably the best way to rank up. And you're given one of these pistols when you leave Vault 76, and 10mm is genuinely easy to find, especially if you followed my first guide. Again, I will link that in the description. And it's just very easy to tag enemies with this weapon, and that's all you do at events, is you just try to shoot an enemy once, and somebody else will usually kill it, 99% of the time. Sometimes the events might not go as well as planned, but for the majority they will. And just make sure you're going to events and tagging enemies, public events. Just want to point out too, at all the train stations, there is this little map, and you can highlight these little tacks, and they will reveal train stations on the map. You will not be able to fast travel to them, but they will be grayed out icons on the map in case you want to find them. So here's my perks for level 26. Just to give you an idea where I'm at, these might not be the same for you. I'm going to go over the more important perks as we get on into the video. So if you watched my first video, I was using the shotgun a lot, which I do recommend. It's very good up until level 40. You can even put some perks into it, which I don't necessarily suggest unless you want. It's not a big deal if you want to commit to these. Maybe you want to commit to a hunting rifle, but I definitely suggest committing to the shotgun. You're just not going to be able to take out super mutants at West Tech with it yet. At least I wouldn't try. You can see how many bullets it takes. You're a lot better off coming over here to Morgantown and just killing Scorched. You can get weapons as you level from them, like another pump shotgun, which you can get, you know, like I said, as you're leveling up, and other weapons. I'd just like to point out too, like melee weapons are very good as well earlier on, you know, they don't cost ammo, so that's also another way to go, but I just found the shotgun worked very well up until about round 40. And again, like I was saying, you know, if you can get your hands on an axe like I have here, you can see it does more than a bit of damage, and I don't have any perks dedicated to it. Maybe rather than upgrade a shotgun under strength, you might want to upgrade Slugger or the one-handed melee perk card. I forget what it's called, but it's there. And also, don't forget to be scrapping the weapon that you're using. Whenever you see a weapon that you're using, maybe it is a higher level, maybe it's better condition, so you might want to switch out your guns as you get them and make sure you're scrapping them so you're learning the plans for them. I've learned all these plans just from scrapping them, and I was able to level up my guns a lot better. Just want to point out too, if you are in need of Radaway or stim packs, I would go to different people's vendors in the server. They more often than not will have stim packs for a good price. I wouldn't pay more than 20 caps a stim pack though, to be honest. They're fairly cheap. As you can see, I found them for 5 caps each there. Also, just keep in mind that you're leveling up your armor as you level up. You can see I had level 1 leather armor there, and they level up every 5-10 levels there, so just make sure you're leveling up your armor as much as you can. Another good place to rank up, other than West Tech, especially in the earlier on levels, is the White Springs Golf Club here that you can go to. And especially if you're using the shotgun build that I showed, you'll almost be one-shotting these characters. We're not going to commit to shotguns with this character, but like I said earlier on, it is very nice as an earlier level until we get to 40, which I'm going to explain a little later. So here's Morgantown train station. In case you didn't know, it's right beside Morgantown. And I am going to suggest that you build your camp near here, which I did on this character. It was extremely useful. And then you have the legendary script and a vendor to get caps at right beside your house. And it's just, like I said, very convenient. And you should try to build somewhat of a house at this point. I will link a video in the description on how to build a basic camp with all the necessities. I'm just going to go over it quick here in this video. But this is pretty much what you do. You just, pull up your Pip-Boy, and then you can pull out your workshop and you can place it, and then you'll see you have a perimeter to build, which is that green circle. And yeah, you might want to start off with like a base that I have here. Maybe a wood one is better than concrete, to be honest. It's just cheaper. But if you do need any supplies, you have Morgantown Vendor right there, and you can go over and grab whatever you need, whether it's concrete or wood. And if that vendor doesn't have it, just try another one. So you're definitely going to want a punch card machine in your camp. We're going to go over the necessities that you should be going for here. You're going to want a weapons workbench. You can get most of these plans just from doing the story mode, which I do suggest doing in between events while you're waiting for them to pop up. Events are probably the most important thing to do. I got an armor bench there, you can see I just placed down. You're going to want a chemistry station as well. And hopefully you're not as picky as me about putting it down. You're going to want a Tinker Tom's workbench as well. That's going to help you craft ammo, very important, and a cooking station you're going to want as well to get some buffs from food and just to keep you fed as well, and it's also good for selling at vendors. You're definitely going to want a bed, as I've mentioned in my previous video. You should be going into the bed and resting for about 30 seconds, as much as you can, because it will give you an XP buff. And I do recommend having a junk box and an ammo box, just for other people that have Fallout First. Even if you don't have Fallout First, you should put these down just for convenience, and others, they'll appreciate it when they come to your camp. Me included. And a stash box. And that's pretty much it. That'll keep you going for now. And you're gonna want a vendor, but don't, put too much effort into it. I would just throw ammo that you're not using in there for one cap, and hopefully some people will come by and buy it. You don't even have to hook power up to it for it to work. You can see these are some of the ammos that I put in there: 308s, 45s, 5.56s, as I wasn't using these with my shotgun. And save up as many 5mm as you can. I want to point out, do not sell your 5mm. We're going to be using those later. But this is ammo that'll sell quick. I do recommend too going to the Free States vendor at the White Springs shopping mall that I've shown in the previous video as well, and you can get all the heavy leather armor. Not even that expensive, and that will help you out so much. And again, you can get this at the White Springs Mall, which I'm showing here. You can actually fast travel to the interior now. And keep in mind when you're buying stuff, another perk card that I really recommend for these levels is Hard Bargain. Get it up to level 3, as it will save you lots of caps and get you more caps. And again, like I said, make sure you're resting every once in a while. Get that well rested. It's an extra 5% extra XP. And then that way at events here, you will be getting so much more XP. That little bit really helps earlier on. I'm telling you it does. As you can see, I'm ranking up fairly quick here. I think I have some lunch boxes going, but maybe I don't actually here. I don't actually think I do. It's just to show the good amount of XP that you can get here. And I haven't even killed anything. I'm just tagging them like I said previously. Now here's my perk cards for level 30. Again, you can see I have Hard Bargain there, and I did put some points into Shotgunner just to get me to level 40. You may or may not want to do that. I would suggest dedicating some perk cards to maybe Shotgun or a melee build, even under Perception for a semi-automatic rifle, which is Rifleman, and then you can be using a hunting rifle as well, which is extremely powerful on your way to level 40. Once we hit level 40, we're going to be using a different gun, which I'm going to show later on here. Don't forget to be going to the vendor and selling everything that you don't use. Even legendary. Script isn't too important early on. It is and it isn't, but just get what you can. I would say caps are more important. And again, you can see my house is right beside Morgantown here. Very convenient. And then the enemies are right across the road here as well, which is very good for leveling up at the Morgantown airport here. Very good place for leveling up. I still wouldn't be going to West Tech like you know that I do. It's just so much easier to come, you know, two-shot these Scorched. So here I am at level 40. These are the perks that I've got. You can see I've started to put perks into Heavy Gunner. At level 40, you will unlock the first Heavy Gunner. So I want you to level that up to level 30 by level 43. Or sorry, level 3 Heavy Gunner by level 43, because you can get one every 3 points. Unless you have 3 points available at level 40. Actually, it unlocks at level 30, so you can even get it earlier. Sorry about that. It's actually level 30, and then Experts at level 40. I'll get into that later. But once you hit level 40, I want you to come to Lucky Hole Mine here, like I just showed there on the map. And this can be a little bit tough. So, like I said, just make sure you're coming over here armed with, you know, a shotgun, a rifle, or a melee, whatever it is. And yeah, we're going to be coming over here to get ourselves a Gatling gun, which is going to be extremely useful in ranking you up. And it's just going to be a great gun. I'm sure you're going to love it. But you have to come all the way through Lucky Hole Mine here. There are lots of cultists in here. And you can see I waited till 43 to come over here. I was using a level 30 Gatling gun. Not a good idea. Probably get a level 40 shotgun or melee weapon and come in here, because they're going to light you up when you come in here, trust me. Especially at level 43. But I think I had a bit of trouble too, is because I didn't have a level 40 weapon. I was still using a level 30. Don't make the same mistake I did. If you find you're having trouble killing the cultists in here, then maybe get a better weapon. Like a higher level weapon, I should say. And when you come to this area over here, one of the cultists, the one at the far back there, will have a Gatling gun that you can get off of him. And it should be level 40. Now, what you want to do is just get as many Gatling guns as you can. You can purchase the plan for it, but it is a bit costly, and it is a bit costly with materials to make them. But if you can get as many Gatling guns as you can, run that Lucky Hole Mine as much as you can to grab Gatling guns, to scrap them so you can learn the plans for them. The speedy receiver is the most important to get on the Gatling gun, and you can get that from scrapping them. But even without anything like that, it's still a great gun. Now, these are my perks at level 44. You can see I have Expert Heavy Gunner level 3 now, and I have Heavy Gunner level 3. And that is going to help a lot with the damage with the Gatling gun. So now that you have a Gatling gun, and the more you level it up, you will be able to come over to West Tech here, which I am showing on the map, and you will be able to, you know, just keep recycling super mutants here and level up as much as you want. I would come here after you did an event where somebody popped lunchboxes like I did here, and you can see I'm just destroying the super mutants. Just destroying them. It's such a good gun, and the 5mm are so easy to get. If you can get to eviction notice, you'll get more 5mm from one event than you'll know what to do. 5mm is very easy to come across, and you'll actually get a lot of 5mm from the super mutants in West Tech. So to respawn the super mutants, I will link a video in the description. You have to do a quest called Learning the Secrets of West Tech. So I will link in the description how to recycle the super mutants. And just make sure you're leveling up your backpack as well that I showed here. Every 10 levels, you're going to want to level it up. And keeping in mind too, when you are building stuff like armor and weapons, you can come to the vendor and you can get a lot of bulk junk that you may need. And keep in mind too, when you are running West Tech, try to pick up all the guns you can, and when you get overweight, maybe drop 1 or 2 things so you can fast travel back to your house, and then you're going to want to go sell this stuff. It's probably the best way to get caps without having, you know, an event pop up. I do recommend the daily ops as well, but I wouldn't come into them solo. They're very good for stim packs, and they're very good for ammo. But I came into this daily op with nobody, and even with a good Gatling gun, I was probably using as many stim packs as I was getting. So just maybe if you see your team go in there. And yeah, like I said, make sure you're going to events. Shout out to Hashtag in here. Thank you so much, man. You were great that day as well. A lot of help. And yeah, people will pop lunchboxes at events, which will help you rank up a lot faster as well. And just worry about tagging enemies. And I do recommend a colossal problem, which is what I'm showing here. You will get tons of screws and springs and stim packs from all the Wendigos on the ground. And I do suggest picking up everything when the event is over. There is no rush to get out of here. Once the mine closes in, you'll just spawn outside and you will not die. Now here is my perks at level 49. You can see I have the heavy gunners. The first one unlocks at 30. I made that mistake earlier. Sorry about that. And expert heavy gunner unlocks at level 40. Make sure you're leveling these up under strength for the Gatling gun. Also tenderizer at level 46 and bloody mess at 42. This is when these perks unlock and you can start leveling them up. You're gonna want all of these so that you can do maximum damage with that Gatling gun. We're basically putting in perk cards for a build here, which you can change in the future very easily if you don't want to use heavies. And that's pretty much it, everybody. Yeah, just make sure you're going to events. That's very important, and make sure you're tagging enemies. The Gatling gun's amazing for that. Like, you'll barely ever have to reload it, and it's very easy to tag enemies, and 5mm ammo is just so easy to come across. It's just a very convenient gun. It's not the most powerful, but it'll always get the job done, and I assure you, you're gonna love this gun. I'm sure a lot of people will keep using this gun after they hit level 100, 150, 200, and so on. I will make a video for levels 50 to 100, just give me time to get it together, and then I will post that one as well. Thank you everybody for watching these videos. I really appreciate it so much, and I really hope these help you. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as possible, and thank you so much for watching, everyone. Have a great day.